The SEC broke the law and your lawyers lied to the court. But no one in your DC administration has been held responsible. That makes sense. It looks like things are going as planned in Washington. Okay, I'm going to change gears quickly. Recent news says that Vice President Harris has finally said that if she runs for president, she will set clear rules for the digital asset area. Is this how you feel too, sir, or do you think she's reprimanding you because she doesn't think you've done a good enough job setting clear rules over the last 3 years of her administration? I think there are laws in place, and if Congress wants to change them, they will, but we are enforcing the laws, and there are many people in this field who don't think she's reprimanding you. It's interesting how you see your performance, because there are a lot of court cases and millions of Americans who want you to be clear. You've abused the agency's enforcement tools and even used companies that were willing to follow your rules as bait to then take enforcement steps against them. There have been attacks on businesses and people who came before this committee to talk about the future of American banking. And maybe worst of all, you made up the term crypto asset security. This word is not used in any law. You made it up. You never gave any hints or explanations about how crypto asset security could be defined inside the SEC. However, you said in a broad way that you think most tokens are crypto asset assets. You did this and you used this made up term on purpose as the basis for your 3-year enforcement campaign. But just last week, your lawyers took it back in a footnote to a court. Sir, your contradictory views on this matter have slowed down our country. We couldn't have had a worse or more lawless head of the SEC at that time. I also give way. There is a lot. Staff change, which means that unhappy people are leaving your office and companies in capital are leaving our country. To fix a long history of wrongdoing, I'm introducing legislation that would get rid of the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission and replace him or her with an executive director who would answer to the board, which is where all power would sit. Former chairs of the SEC will not be able to run for office under my bill. This isn't just my opinion, it strikes a chord with people of all party stripes. The American people want democratic access to cash and the chance for small investors to take part. You can't say it's for the good of small buyers when you keep them out of markets. The markets in our country need to work and grow. I also give way. Gary Gensler is in the process of quitting his job right now. Today is only 2 days after Congress said Gary Gensler should be fired because he didn't handle the Ripple XRP and crypto case as well. And this is true, straight from the source. As you can see in an article that came out yesterday, Gary Gensler quit after a meeting of Congress. What's crazy is that this has been planned for over 2 months now, because we saw yesterday that an SEC lawyer leaked confirmation that the SEC would be appealing the XRP case. This means that Gary Gensler is trying to leave the SEC before the appeal becomes public, just like Jay Clayton did the day after he sued Ripple. But, as you can see in this post from BSCN headlines from July 22nd, this guy named Gary Gensler was supposed to step down by February 2025, after Biden's time was over. What month are we in? As Biden's term comes to a close, Gary Gensler feels like he might not be able to keep his job because the Republicans might take over Congress instead. So he's decided to resign, and right now he's trying to get everything off his plate to look like the good guy, even though he's been suing crypto companies all over the place for no reason. And I want to start with the clip at the beginning of the movie. It really shows how much Congress dislikes Gary Gensler's crypto views. But what I'm about to show you makes that point even stronger by comparing it to the XRP case. This is Congress again, saying that the head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, is completely wrong. It's crazy, but this is the truth. Guys, you need to see this. Let's do it. Thanks, Chair. What if, Mr. Gensler, I told you that if you bought a Yankees ticket, it would go up in value and you could make money by selling it again on the secondary market? As is always the case with sports tickets, let's say that the money from the sale of the Yankee ticket is used to pay for the game. If I sell you a Yankees ticket, am I making an investment deal with you and giving you a security without being registered? Thanks for the question. I don't know all the facts, positions, and searches, but I don't think so. But I don't think that's the right answer. I mean, I know where we're going, Representative. So Yankee ticket isn't a security. Why isn't it a security? Well, that's a question. And the courts have made it clear that this is the offer and sale with Yankee tickets. What exactly do you get when you buy a Yankees ticket, though? Would that be a fair way to describe what you're doing? I get it. I haven't been to a Yankee game in a while, but you're welcome to ours. My 3 girls were all born in New York, where I used to live. In the case of Stoner Cats, the people who made it were selling an NFT that gave people access to an animation web series. From the point of view of federal securities law, is there a difference between buying a Yankees ticket and buying a Yankees experience and getting an NFT that offers you the experience of an animated web series? Again, I don't want to say anything about any one thing. No, it wasn't a lawsuit, it was a deal. There is no longer a lawsuit going on. You can talk about it. But it has to do with how something is bought and sold and whether it is bought and sold as an investment deal. Are people looking to a common business with the hope of making money from their work? I know what it means, and you're trying to escape answering the question. In conclusion, I believe the idea is clear. With everything going on, the price of XRP has been going up and up to all-time highs. During the most recent price glitch, which is said to be the fourth biggest in XRP price glitch history, the price of XRP went through the roof and reached $42,441. On top of that, a well-known analyst said on the XRP ledger that the XRP secret ledger had actually priced XRP at more than $327,000. We don't have enough time in this movie, but here's a clip. I might show it to you guys at the end. I'd also like to draw attention to the crypto trading fund CTF token, which is part of the XRP system. I'm very optimistic about this token, both in terms of its use and its price as it has been breaking out. Guys, it's been going in the same direction. In terms of how low we thought it would go, I wouldn't say we were way off. You already know what this means, but it's been following shooters pretty well. We talked about how there would be a pump and then a decline that would go away. It's doing just that right now, but we expect a huge rise in the bullish direction by October 13th. This is going to change, though, because we expect it to be much more bullish and happen much faster in the next 24 hours after the crypto trading plan made a big announcement. Guys, now is the time to stock up because this is the lowest point we'll ever reach. Just a few minutes ago, I was talking about the CTF coin. It went up 2 cents already, which is crazy. That's crazy because that's about 10.15%, which is very strong. On the other hand, the crypto trading fund said that they would be making a big news in 24 hours. This means that the price of the CTI token will go through the roof in the next 24 hours once they make that big statement. And I mean, this is going to pump because there are only 120 million tokens available. There are only about 4,000 buyers so far, which means that any amount of money will cause supply shock. Like if $1,000 is put into a CTI ticket, its price can easily skyrocket to, in fact, this announcement alone will cause the CTF token price to skyrocket closer to $8. This is crazy, but this is the possibility. This doesn't take into account the fact that the CTF token won't be mentioned anywhere yet and will be used by institutions. This means that even if we talk about scaling the CTF token, the amount of money that will flow into it could reach $8 to $10 with an announcement. But imagine what it will be worth once it's listed on centralized exchanges crypto.com. Easily could reach hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, Jack the Blur was worth more than $300,000 and said he thinks the CTO will take it to as much as $1,400 in the next couple of weeks, given Merck's $40 billion market cap. It's crazy that this costs $1,400. This means that for every $1,000 you put in now, you could make $1.4 million. So guys, this is why I'm taking dollar cuts. I want to buy you. I'm in queue and leading is in a second. I'm so excited because this is generational love being made, which is something we'll never see with XRP or XLM, because XRP has about 7 million holders and is doing a lot of business. But it's still fighting to break 60 cents. The total supply of XLM tokens is 100 billion, but the number of CTF tokens is only 120 million. It's still very early and they aren't listed on any centralized exchanges yet, which is why the potential is so huge on top of that. Guys, the crypto trading fund is the first business cashback program ever made for banks and other financial shops. This is kind of how XRP is meant to be used by banks to make payments. The crypto trading fund is the first cashback program for banks and other financial companies, so it was only for those types of businesses. That's why you don't see them talking to the guys in the store. You are not welcome there. Retail sales are being limited, but this is a great chance because the huge amount of money that will be made will cause the price of CTF coin to skyrocket and reach a new high. What's even better is that there aren't enough for everyone, only 120 million, which is nothing, guys. It's really small.